What's up, guys? Welcome to your 36 Android tutorial for the new Boston, again with me, Travis. And what we're going to do in this tutorial is basically set up our Java class and get everything going. And I know it'd be pretty tedious to do it within the video because that'd just be a waste of time, and you guys already know how to do it. So basically what I've done is I've added the source code to my website, and you guys can just copy and paste. And also what I've done is I've changed this XML, so I've added some IDs to each of these text views, added an ID to the button, and also changed, or to the edit text, I'm sorry. And then also I've changed the text views to some certain text. So what I want you guys to do first is create our new class by right-clicking on our package name, and then new class. And you guys have to call this class, if you haven't been following along in the previous examples, you want to follow this one exactly because we're just going to copy and paste the code. So type this one as email with a capital E, hit OK. We're just going to get this email class set up real quick. So what we want to do first is, if my computer will load here, what we're going to do is open up our menu class and change the example 3 to email, again to match your class name. We also need to set up in the manifest. I know I said I want to show you guys that again, but since this is just a tutorial where I'm going to walk you through the code that I've already set up, might as well walk you through manifest again. So we're just going to copy and paste this last activity called text play and change it to email, so the manifest realizes our email class. Save that, and then open up your email XML, go into the source code, and we're just going to copy and paste. So again, my website is mybringback.com. Once you guys go there, go to the tutorial section, and as that loads, over here on the left side under the Android, there should be the new Boston Android series. Click on that, and you guys have the XML and the Java for this tutorial, because again, it's not too important. So click the XML, grab that, and copy it all, and then paste it into your XML here. If you guys get an error, like if you save it after you got done copying and pasting, basically you're going to get error like this if this line is not on your first line of code. So make sure there's no spaces above that first line, and then just save it, and it should get rid of that error. Now within the open up your email Java class, and what we're going to do is delete the public class here because that's what I've included. You guys want to keep your package name, and then we're going to go back to where I said the tutorial section on my website and click the email.java, and again grab everything that's available here. And I know there's a lot, but it's pretty simple, pretty much all stuff we've gone through already. I'm going to walk through what the code is exactly after we set this up. So then just paste it there, hit save, and then I'm going to walk you through what I've set up. So basically what I've set up is all of our edit text, because we had 6 edit texts within our XML file. I just kind of added some reference to those. We also created 6 strings. Basically the string is going to be getting the text from our edit text and converting it to a string for the most part, and then it's set to a string variable. And we also labeled a button, since we have a button within our application, that's going to send an email. So then we go to the onCreate method. It sets the content view to that XML layout called email that we set up, and then it initializes the variables. So we created a new method like I showed you guys in the last tutorial called an initialized variables. Set that up and basically adds a reference or a bridge over to the XML like we always do. That's all that method's going to do. Pretty simple. And then basically we also implemented the onClick listener, so that's going to add the onClick method right here. And then so we set our button up equal to that onClick listener that we implemented. So what that onClick listener is going to do, because now it's going to shoot down to that onClick listen method, what that's going to do is going to I also created this method to basically grab all the text from the edit views and convert it to the string variables we set up. So it's going to do this method called convert edit text variables into strings, and yes, this is a method we created. And so that's going to shoot us down to this new method right here that I just created off, whatever. And again, that's going to take our edit text variables, or I'm sorry, these are our string variables on the left. and then it's going to take an edit text, and then it's going to get the text and set it to a string. We've done that before. Basically all this stuff for the most part we've done. There's not too much new, but just so you guys don't get confused, I'm walking through everything. That's going to do that for all of our string variables that we want to set up. And basically what this application is going to do, it's going to send a hateful email. Because you know, if you guys like sending hateful emails, I know on my tutorial series I sometimes get some hate mail. So if you guys want to send me some hate mail, here's a pretty good application that we're going to build to send that. So there we go. We set up some string variables, basically just according to our whatever is in the edit text that coincides with that variable. And then we're going to go back to our onClick method, because after that's done, after that method gets called, it's going to read this next method, which is going to be our email address. And this is the string variable that we set up right here. But we need an email, or a string array I should say, for sending the email, or what we're going to build here. So basically that's going to just create an array out of a single string for the most part. Again, you guys should be kind of familiar with that as well. And then within this onClick method, it's also going to create a message. So it's going to say, well, hello, and then it's going to take the variable, which is a string variable we set up here according to the edit text. And so it's going to say like hello Travis, or whatever that is. And then that's, again, this is stuff that we've done before, not too difficult, but it's just going to say well hello in text, and then say plus, and then a variable plus within quotations, so some more text, plus another variable, string variable that we set up, plus, etc. And again, this is all just basically one line of code, so we have to finish off our statement right here. The only new thing within this basically message variable, or the string message, that's new, is we added this line right here, which will basically, you know, that's basically like the return button when you're typing a message, like hey there, and then just hit basically if you add this line within single quotations, it's going to start a new line for the most part. So it's going to be like PS dot I think I love you, or whatever. So there we go. That's basically a walkthrough of what I've done, and hopefully that gets you set up. And the only other thing we did is I added an on pause method as well. That's just going to finish the activity once this goes on pause. So hopefully you guys kind of understand what this Java class is. I didn't want to type it all out because I figured there's nothing new that we've done for the most part. But it's a good, I mean, if you guys want to create this yourself, it'd be a good kind of learning thing to do as homework for the most part. If you don't want to copy and paste and try and set it up yourself, go ahead. That'd be a great activity for you. But I just didn't want to waste time within the series just setting up a lot of stuff that we already know how to do. Again, this still might not be perfectly clear in your mind, so if you guys study this text as well, you'll be able to break it down for the most part. So that's why I created that for you. So again, thanks for watching, guys. In the next tutorial, we'll actually get into how to send an email and how to use an intent to open up the kind of default email of the person's phone. So thanks again for watching. I'll catch you guys in that tutorial. Have a good one.